Like all my life, I have had one question, and that is what is everyone's obsession with a New Year's resolution? I wrote a script, so I'm reading off of a script. So if it looks like I'm reading off of a script, I'm reading off of a script. My ring light is broken, and I could fix it if I had a soldering iron, but I don't. I don't know. I don't want to hold the lighter on the nail for that long to like solder it with a nail, which I tried to do. I don't make New Year's resolutions, and I don't think change actually works that way. Why does it have to be at the beginning of the year? Like, I imagine people just sitting around on a random Tuesday in October being like, well, I guess I'll just keep being awful till January 1st, then I'll make a change. Is this a way to just like put it off? Is it easier mentally to set a specific day and give yourself time to process what the change entails? I get it, I think, to a point. But personally, I've never made a New Year's resolution that I remembered a week later. And so my perspective is probably a little skewed. If I notice a problem in something I'm doing or a behavior I don't like in myself, I don't wait for the beginning of the year to commit to changing it. I do it right away. I think about it, I break it down, and I try to help myself be a better person in that moment. Because honestly, I'm either going to start when I think about it or I'm probably never going to change. And I think for a lot of people, it is procrastination, not because they're lazy, but because it's easier to live in a I should do that mindset than a I'm doing it tomorrow one. Setting a future date feels productive without actually requiring action yet, and that can be comforting. When I was younger, my dad reminded me through a song, because that was his way of communicating, that if you want to be somebody else, change your mind. And I feel like it's so simply stated, yet glossed over so easily. Change your mind. I tell this to my kids all the time. Just change your mind. Changing your mind can apply to any aspect of yourself that you have control over. Eat more healthily, work out, stop jumping to conclusions, give people more grace. All these things are decisions you can make literally in a second. Now, obviously, you can't just poof money into your pocket to pay for a gym membership or healthy food, but the choice to actively start working towards something isn't dependent on a new year. A fresh start can be any freaking day. And that's where we get into the psychology part of this, I think. Personal responsibility is difficult. As the meme goes, and I'm going to butcher it, I'm the captain and I run a really loose ship. I think the hardest part about making a change is actually noticing when you're doing something that you've decided you don't want to do anymore. Because I think people, even myself, have a hard time stopping in the moment and thinking critically about what they're saying or doing. Our age and experience and different life circumstances make it difficult. I'm going to make a blanket statement, and that is I think a lot of people are just living in survival mode. And survival mode doesn't allow room for accountability or criticism of yourself. Finding a safe place to even let your guard down is a more important step, in my opinion, because you can't unpack your bags in transit. Now, this is a distinction that I think people miss: goals versus character development. Now, I can understand making goals for yourself on what you want to work towards in the coming year. I have a loose mental list going of what I'd like to do this year. Get to 100 subs, consistently upload every week, get evaluated for ADHD and get medicated. But none of those are a part of my character development. They're concrete goals that I can strive towards throughout the year and physically track. I could write them down and check them off a list if I wanted to. But I can't really do that for be more kind or stop assuming everyone is mad at you, because they aren't a concrete thing. They'd just be little tally marks, and that would add up fast. And I don't have time to draw a line every time I do a small thing that I'm proud of. Though maybe I should, because it might make me feel better. Being a person is difficult. Deciding to change is difficult. People who make New Year's resolutions just want to be a better version of themselves, and that is admirable as hell. But please don't wait. If you clock it, take stock of it. You can almost always pause and rewind. A fresh start doesn't need a new year. It just needs awareness. I'm probably